Alright guys, here we go. 1v1 Mirror Celts War on Arabia. Mateus v Slam. First day of the year 2017. 2017 is here. Bitches. Sorry to call you such things, but that is how I feel. Anyway, Mateus here in blue. Celts on the bottom of the map coming in. He's about 200 points below Slam on the rating scale, and that's probably pretty accurate. Slam is really a beast. He doesn't play as much 1v1 as he used to, but he can give anybody in the game a run for their money in 1v1. He's just nasty. He's just nasty. Anyway, looks like Mateus here will have a decent back corner patch of wood that he will eventually go to. Decent back wood line to start the game. Back berries, back gold, back stone. Very wallable corner there. Very wallable flank. It's going to take a little time, but I like this map. It's very defensible. It's got a couple of options for wood lines, and I like these back mineable resources. Anyway, we will see how he does. He may need a little map advantage. Let's see if he has one. Slam on the other side in red, also as Celts. Slam's going to have back stone, nice back wood line, nice back berries, couple of good wood options for Slam. This is ugly, but at least it's a barrier that he might be able to use if he wants to wall that flank. Rather defensible and good map. This gold on the back is, I don't like that at all. I don't know. It's just kind of in a weird location. But Slam maybe can protect that. Maybe a little aggression. I don't know. I think this map is fine. It's just not quite as I'm not quite as excited about it as I am about the blue player. We shall see what you guys think about this. We'll see how this one goes. 4 on wood early for Slam. Celts, a very good civ to drush with. 4 on wood for the blue player. He's immediately going to go to that back corner wood line. This boar lure should be fine without loom. Both boar lures should be absolutely fine. Okay, cool. So we got a 1v1 on Arabia. We're watching this live on Twitch. If you're watching this on the YouTubes, come join us sometime. Killer_B_AOC. If you're watching it on Twitch, I don't know. Go fuck yourself. I don't know what else to tell you. Right now we will see 6 vills there on the front taking sheep. Pushing a couple deer is the blue player. Looks like for now he won't be scouting forward. Good civ to drush with, Celts, but you know, obviously you have to see what your map looks like and do what you want to do. Feel the game out. At the moment we are seeing Slam luring in a couple boars, and he's going to start going forward with his scout. So Slam could push deer as well. He's certainly got a somewhat close deer patch to push. Actually just found those last 2 sheep. Never you mind. He's going to go forward now to start scouting. Those sheep were way out from his TC. Good job finding those, Mr. Slam. So yeah, what are you going to say about this game at this time? Slam the better player. Mateus, I think the better map. We'll see who decides to drush here early on. Right now it is deer being pushed in from the blue player. Certainly going to have plenty of food. If he wants to drush or if he wants to fast castle, that extra food will definitely help him. More deer you push, the less wood you spend on farms, and that is obviously a good thing. Anyway, red player coming forward. Looks like he will continue to scout out this area, running straight for the TC. Slam really doesn't run his scout into the TC, not like I do all the time. Yeah, he doesn't do that very often at all, so I think he'll be fine. Gonna find the initial house, gonna circle around here for a moment, figure out what his opponent is working with. Let's see, barracks is going to come up from Mr. Slam. At the moment, he has not taken the extra 10 gold, neither has Mateus. 18 villagers at the moment for both guys. Seems like Slam is maybe 2 or 3 seconds faster with his villager time. Not a huge deal, but hey, you know, we got to talk about something here. Let's see, barracks coming down for blue. That's going to come down a little bit after Slam's. I don't think it's going to matter at all. I think both of these guys will build a couple of militia, maybe in the transition to the feudal age. That's what Slam really likes to do. We see Slam do that constantly. Let's see. No units queued at the moment for Mr. Slam. Slam loves to send 2 vills to gold, transition to the feudal age, build a couple militia, go men-at-arms. That's really his bread and butter. Interestingly, my bread and butter? Bread and butter. I love me some bread and butter. Anyway, 1 vill over to gold for now. Will there be a second? Looks like we will see 2 more going to... Are they going to stone? No, they're going to that wood line. Okay, for the moment, it's 1 vill on gold for Mr. Slam. We'll see if there's a second one on the way relatively soon. Thinking men-at-arms on that side. Blue player on the other side. Mateus will be 1 villager ahead, but he will be a couple of seconds behind on his uptime to feudal. What are you going to do? You can't have it all. You either have to wait a little bit, or you have to go up early and have the 1 less vill. Killer B with the most obvious commentary today. 3 vills on gold for the blue player. Can certainly follow up his militia with a couple of archers if he wants to. Celts are good civ to build a couple of archers from. We will see 3 militia at least. They seem to be headed toward the TC here. Wonder where they're going to go. Still pushing in deer is blue. Mateus at the moment not with a whole lot in the bank, but he certainly has done a really good job to push in deer. Initial militia from Slam are roaming back. It looks like Mateus here is going to take some damage on his scout, which is a bummer. Taking some free damage will really slow down any aggression that he can do. The scout is a very valuable unit in the early game. Here I go again with more obvious commentary. Anyway, Slam goes men-at-arms, double bit axe right off the bat. That will be the bulk of his resources. He is pretty heavily taking wood now, so maybe we'll see an archery range here in just a moment. Looks like an archery range coming up already. Okay, so Slam is not doing anything too surprising. Not to me, not to you. Looks like a pretty normal game for him. Actually going to be 5 militia and men-at-arms for the blue player, so he's going to have a slight advantage over Mr. Slam. The scout for the blue player is gone. He is finito. He's dead. So those 5 militia coming forward will be on their own. Those 5 men-at-arms coming forward are on their own. But here's the thing. Slam is he's no dummy. He knows exactly where to hit his opponent. And 3 men-at-arms on this wood line. Oh, great quick walling from Mateus. Holy cow. Slam tipped his cap a little by sending his scout in first. And he's going to get 1 vill. But man, he could have desecrated, I don't know, insulated this whole wood line. These villagers could have totally been toast. He could have easily killed 3 vills on that line. So maybe tipping his cap a little early. Looks like the blue player will head straight toward his opponent's wood line, so a little tit for tat. It looks like Slam will abandon ship for now. Let's see what Mateus is working with here for scouting. He knows a little bit about these wood lines. He's just now finding the berries. He's going to continue to harass. Slam for now is not going to be in on the other side. But Slam's got 2 archers out on the field, and although his economy is disrupted and annoyed, couple more archers and those men-at-arms are really, they're going to be very, very hard to keep on their feet. Not a whole lot of arrow resistance for those men-at-arms. Okay, so both players building men-at-arms. Slam getting a vill. He will be up by a vill because of that. He's still roaming around. His opponent is still raidable. Blue player here is still raidable, and he's actually going to accidentally send a vill into pretty dangerous waters. Archers coming out for both players, though. And this should be soon cleaned up. You know what, though? The blue player is roaming around. He almost got it on that wood line. What I would give my left testicle to be able to fast wall that quickly. Looks like Slam will lose a vill, even though he did some great quick walling. He didn't finish either of those palisades, so that is really going to be a bummer. Could have saved that vill easily, just finishing those walls. But you know what? He cleaned up 5 men-at-arms really easily. And for that, I applaud him. On the other side, Slam is keeping his men-at-arms alive. He's not committing them just yet to a fight. Hopefully he can run away from those archers for a bit longer. They might become useful if he could hide them for a little while, but it looks like he's going to just slowly pull them back and keep those blue archers busy. No upgrades on the blue archers, no upgrades for Slam. Military right now, though, is massively in the favor of Mr. Slam. Sending forward archers like a madman, fletching on the way. He's in a really good position. Turkey Dinosaur, this game is live. Eldens, hi. Hello. Lou, indeed, we are going to go to Sweden. I'm a Russian agent spreading the metric system in the U.S. I love it. Okay, so we've got a blacksmith coming up for the blue player. He's in a bit of trouble right now. Those men-at-arms and that scout are enough of a meat shield here to allow the archers from Slam to get busy, get jiggy with it, if you will. A couple of skirms being added in from blue, though, and I don't think it's going to be the apocalypse for him. Nice walling on this side, good attention to detail there. That will really slow Slam's raiding down, and the couple of skirms on this hill are pretty much going to equalize the score. So a very nice game so far from Slam, but the blue player is absolutely positively hanging in. He's going to be a little bit ahead. Those might be vills that came in while Slam was getting wheelbarrow. I'm not quite sure yet. Didn't see it. No, it looks like Slam will get wheelbarrow now. So blue player a couple of vills ahead. Kudos, my friend. Kudos. 3 vills out ahead will be a few more by the time Wheelbarrow finishes, but let's just call it a 2-villager advantage. Soon to be less, though, because Slam is on this wood line, standing ground with a couple of archers, putting a little bit of heat on. Just 3 archers there with +1, able to snipe a vill. That is something I wish I could do better. At the moment, +1 damage, soon to be +1/+1 for blue. He's adding in a couple more skirms to defend himself. He's going to send forward a group of archers with a couple of skirms as well. They're going to head straight toward this back wood line and probably do some good damage. Slam's got some archers in defense, but he's addicted to building archers right now. He doesn't have any skirmishers. Skirms obviously a very natural counter to the archer. At the moment, the blue player is putting out some fires here, and Slam's position doesn't look as good as maybe it could be. However, he's got 500 food, 200 gold in the bank. He's doing better than his opponent on castle time, and it looks like he's going to get out of dodge for a moment. Blue player will defend himself, but he'll spend a little bit more food than his opponent, and that will probably slow his castle time down just a little. Slam having to abandon this wood line, though. You gotta love that. That's really, really nice rating. Just a couple of units and the back wood line there from Matt. Very nice investment from the blue player. Okay, at the moment, brief pause in the game, 580 food for blue, 200 gold. Slam is going to click up here in 3 shakes of a lamb's tail. However, he's going to be harassed for a little while. It's going to take him a moment to clean up these skirms. Going to send a few vills in. Melee damage, fantastic against skirms, good meat shields, and they will help push this away. Slam's going to commit quite a few of his archers. Castle age on the way. So he will be up first. He'll be able to go crossbow, and that will be a much better fight for him. Still, though, you got to love the annoyance coming in from blue. Blue player goes with +1 defense, +1 damage, and starts just trying to idle vills. You got to love that. Okay, Mateus will click up. He's going to be about a minute behind, but he's 9 villagers ahead. Don't think I saw him get wheelbarrow. Could have missed that. So that's not such a great advantage. I don't think it's a true 9-villager advantage. It's 9 vills difference, but wheelbarrow for one player and not for the other, as far as I can tell. Anyway, heavily on gold is the blue player. Going to start transitioning to archers. Still just 2 ranges down. For the moment. On Slam's side of the map, double ranges as well. He will add in +1 defense onto his ranged units, has quite a few archers on the field. Tower on top of the hill, and he is happily taking gold and some deer in the back. Still not clogged up. Slam has not been able to wall himself in, so he is going to be relatively open. And I think he's going to keep the pressure on his opponent as much as he can. But yeah, Mateus can walk in any flank he wants right now. That being said, though, back wall's walled up. Slam's going to try to wall in this side, eventually blocking in this pond, one would think. But man, this is tough. It is skirmisher rating right now coming in from the blue player. On the blue side of the map, Castle Age is on the way. Gold Economy is in full throat. What is he producing? Well, we'll see in a moment. Right now, we've got an absolute clusterfuck of a battle here. Quite a few skirms doing some good idling. Slam committing 3 vills there to keep those skirmishers busy. Crossbowman and Bodkin Arrow coming in. As soon as Slam gets those, he can take this fight with absolute confidence. And it looks like he will be able to do so now. Okay, Castle Age is in for blue. We'll see Slam go scale barding armor. Interesting. Elite skirm coming for Matt, and wheelbarrow coming for Mateus as well. So Mateus has a little bit of a villager advantage. He'll give a few of those back while he researches wheelbarrow. Slam, interestingly, is potentially going to add in some knights. That would be fantastic. He's anticipating his opponent going elite skirms, of course, with that number of skirmishers. Probably wouldn't surprise anybody to see them become elite, and Slam is anticipating that. And he's going to have a couple of knights, and they're going to just hang around and wait until they find those elite skirms. They will absolutely decimate that group. Slam is winning a little bit here with maybe a little bit better macro management of the game. You know, he's a little bit... I think he's got a better unit composition. Well, I know he has a better unit composition. He's got a bigger military. He's got a nice advantage from early on in the game, being a little quicker with his eco and some good rating. But the knights here are absolutely... they could be a game changer. They are certainly going to solidify Slam's control of this game. 3 knights roaming in, +1 defense on those. 4th knight on the way. This whole army of blue elite skirms is going to be chewed up and spit out. They did grab a Vil, so at least there's that to put in your pipe and smoke. But for the moment, elite skirms getting absolutely chewed up. Another range coming from the blue player. Mateus right now, a little resource in the bank for the moment, though. Still building out elite skirms like a madman. It's no bueno, man. This is going to go really badly for him. He's trying to wall himself in with palisades, or he's walled himself in with palisades. But they're not going to last too long. Knights and archers, or rather crossbows from Slam, can definitely come forward and do some raiding. This is a bit of a bummer because Slam's map is still so open. If a couple units could be carved off, they could do damage. The problem is elite skirms just not mobile enough, not strong enough against knights. And this is starting to look like a game that the writing might be on the wall. We'll see. Mateus, for now, will add in ballistics. Slam will add in chain barding, so it looks like he's going to double down on some really bulletproof knights. Blue player has a couple of Vils cobbed up on the wood line. At the moment, is up by 10 Vils. Second TC in for Blue, going to try to boom his way out of his woes. If you can't win the battlefield, maybe you can win the eco and find a way to win the game. Right now, though, Slam is in 5+2 knights. There's only like 3 or 4 crossbows in this whole army from the blue player. And that is no bueno whatsoever. Looks like Slam will take over that back corner. Blue villagers making a mass exodus, trying to get to safety. Drop another TC. These 3 TCs from Blue will protect his eco pretty nicely from the archers. But the knight raiding is a whole different ball of wax. Slam for now is just going to have 5 knights in this army on the front. Looks like he's taking his foot off the pedal militarily, probably building more TCs back at home. Let's see, Slam will have a second TC at home and still just 1 stable and 2 archery ranges. So 2 TCs for Slam. Third TC on the way from the blue player. Slam's making this army go as far as he possibly can. Gonna avoid TC arrow fire if he can. Still using those knights to meet shields. Still grinding up villagers. Mateus all of a sudden has a 2 villager advantage, and it's soon to be a couple of villager disadvantage. Great game going on so far here. Looks like Slam is in control. He's played very nicely. From the macro sense, he was there early with archers, and it kind of made Mateus invest in quite a few elite skirms. Unfortunately, Slam was ready with a couple of knights. Still meat shielding, still doing damage. Going to go for broke and kill a couple of Vils here, and then I think his army's going to get cleaned up. Mateus is 3 Vils behind. He's on 3 TCs. He's a little bit cobbed up on this back gold pile. Lots of villagers mining the same panel of gold. Slam's still annoying here, but he's certainly going to get cleaned up. Mateus will soon have the larger army. Slam back at home probably has a 3rd TC, I would think. It's still just 2 TCs that I can see. Interesting. Usually when you see a military not reinforced at all, it's because a player is massively building up their eco. There's the 3rd TC. There's the Siege Workshop. So Slam will have 3 TCs cranking out. Siege Workshop on the way. Crossbowmen hanging around, ready to do a little more damage in the future. That being said, villager count is not massively different. Blue player can come forward and maybe do some raiding. We talked about how open Slam's map was. He's solidified some parts of it, but this pond, you can still walk right into this farming area and idle all those Vils if you want. The gold on the back is still just protected by a tower. So blue player has some opportunities, has a rather slow army, crossbows, and elite skirms, but they'll be going forward, and we'll see what they can get done. University down, maybe ballistics on the way rather soon. Hey, Hightower, Happy New Year. Hightower, you should be a mod indeed. Okay, we're going to see knights roaming around from Slam, just keeping an eye on his opponent right now. He's got a siege, he's got a mangonel in defense. Siege Workshop down back at home. He's going to climb this hill just a couple moments too late. Interestingly, 1 panel open behind this wood line. Mateus is going to squeeze through that one little hole all the way into the back corner. Slam's not going to be done walling by the time he gets there. So the blue army will waltz into this eco a little. This isn't a great place to prod. Mateus, unfortunately, does not know about that TC, I don't think. I don't think he knows. Does he know about this walling on the top? No, he doesn't. So he doesn't know that this is blocked in. He's going to walk into a corridor that isn't really raidable at all. And Slam will soon have a mango over there, and it's not going to go that great. Mod costs 2k Revlo points, indeed. Okay, at the moment, it's not looking like a whole lot's going to happen on that corner. We're seeing Slam roaming forward with some knights, maybe getting out over his skis, though. Blue player starting to reinforce more and more crossbows, +2/+2. Don't think Slam really wants that fight just yet. Slam roaming around on top of the hill. He's going to pincer this army. He's going to catch him. This is a nice little trap from Slam. Going to hang out on the hill, has a massive number advantage, has a hill bonus. He's going to clean this entire army from blue up for really, really, really cheap. Slam is doing a great job to trap that army inside of this corridor. He's going to kill almost all of it. He's actually going to split some of his own units back and send them forward probably. Fighting uphill now. Not sure he wants to do that, but great trap from Slam, and he's going to continue to roll forward. Going to drop a castle on the front on this hill. Nice location. We'll also take over this gold pile for him for the later game. 5 vil advantage for Slam. 8 military advantage. Blue player hanging in there, but it's starting to... Slam is just slowly but surely squeezing the life out of him. Absolutely, it's still a game that the blue player can win, but he is slowly losing his window of opportunity to win the game. Castle up for Slam, Imperial Age on the way, Scale Mail Armor on the way. Looks like we will see all of those units cleaned up in the back. Let's see, what do we got? Show me what you got, Mr. Slam. Yeah, Slam's starting to build woads, Scale Mail on the way, or Scale Mail just finishing up. We will see both players transition probably into woads here, but Slam will do so first, and that's going to be tricky for the blue player. 4 TCs for blue. He's got a 4 villager advantage, has a bit of a military advantage, but those elite woads are probably going to be roaming out soon. That's going to be really, really tough for him. That being said, although it is looking rather bleak for the blue player Matt, he's going to walk into this eco and maybe camp under this tower? No, he's going to go for broke and kill a few vills. Double mangonels from Slam, pretty much anticipating that raiding. So nice defensive play from Slam. Slam will clean up a lot of these crossbows and continue to chase them around the map. Decent location to raid. It would have worked against your average player. Certainly would have worked against most anybody, but Slam was really, really ready for these crossbows. That being said, the blue army is doing a ton of damage right now. I love it. I love how many villagers he's picking off. He's able to avoid quite a few mangonel shots. Slam is obviously microing somewhere else. Looks like he's microing on the other side of the battlefield. But Mateus there probably killed a good 8 vills, and that is certainly... those crossbows are still alive. They kill another vill. They roam to the corner, and they just keep annoying. So you gotta love that. Slam adding in 3 mangonels now to continue to fight that army. Castle coming on the front for blue. Imperial Age is in. Woad Raiders are on the field. Slam will get plate mail. He won't go elite woad just yet. Don't think he has a whole lot of resources to spend on that upgrade. I think he's going to work on getting more numbers for a moment. Roman forward now, able to take away one of the blue gold piles. So we've got woads, incredibly, not incredibly, relatively arrow-resistant unit. They will soon be elite, and they'll be even more arrow-resistant. They will be roaming into the blue eco. TC coming down for the blue player on the corner. Crossbow still roaming in, though, and it's really tough when it comes to woads or eagles or any of these raiding units. Huskarls, for instance, if they get into your eco before you have them out on the field, it can be really, really tough to clean up. Blue player with a 20 villager advantage, approximately 23. We'll see if that stands until he gets to Imperial. Hightower says woads kill eco and GG. I think you're absolutely right. For now, woads are just woads. They are not elite. Slam has a couple of castles up, I do believe. He is pumping out a couple trebs. He has slowed down his woad production. He's going to go ahead and treb down his opponent's castle. Blue player able to deny this castle? Not quite. Oh man, that really sucks. You got to cheer for Mateus to at least deny that castle to have a chance to win this game. His woads just, oh man, just unfortunately not there in time. Slam's going to wait for the elite upgrade, and then he's going to take this fight, I would think. He'll have a couple of trebs banging on the door of this castle here pretty soon, and it is absolutely looking like this game is about to be over. Slam's woads mostly cleaned up on the inside of this eco. He's kind of pulled back. He's hanging out on the hill with crossbows, still doing damage, still idling the eco here of the blue player. He's going to start to treb this down, and Matt will give the GG. So Slam there, maybe outclassing his opponent a little bit. I shouldn't say outclassing. He's just Slam's a little bit stronger of a player. He played this one very nicely. He put enough pressure on the blue player in the early feudal age to make him go to skirms, and Matt built so many skirms that he decided to go elite skirm. Slam built a couple of knights with +2 defense. He chewed through a lot of skirmishers, and he was in control of the game from that point going forward. Very nice game. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'm Killer B. Catch you next time.